Our modern world is transforming every day. More digital, more advanced, it's all for the better. But through these massive leaps and bounds to a digital lifestyle, more and more divides are being experienced. Digital divides. The thing that was meant to better connect us has seemingly separated us. These divides are simply sorted into new divides, old divides, and diminished divides. Examples of new divides are financial and people wanting to disconnect. Old divides are developing countries and lack of education that separates generations. Diminished divides are how connected everyone is and their accessibility in this connection. International divides. The invention of the World Wide Web in 1989 was overshadowed by the Cold War with the falling of the Berlin Wall. The World Wide Web reshaped global markets, breaking traditional business rules through the virtual frontier. Cyberculture has transformed our modern lives through leisure and work. Now we struggle to switch off from the World Wide Web. Whilst many first world countries such as Australia and the United States lead the technology revolution, concerns are also raised for third world countries who haven't developed to the same scale as the leaders have, and they may get left behind. The United Nations Development Report argues that gains in productivity from information technology may widen the divide between affluent countries and those that lack in skills, resources, and infrastructure to invest in information society. The UN also acknowledges that if technology can be integrated, they can provide strength to communication and have more accessible information to the people. Financial divides. Our 21st century society is based on consumerism and capitalism. With product turnovers at an all-time high and plenty of variety, many companies are able to produce much lower costing items available to consumers. Cheap materials that seem to cost consumers more in the long run through updating systems to meet with technology advances. With new models of tech coming out annually, it is easier to justify the purchase through low prices, and everyone wants a shiny new piece of tech. In such busy times, we all want to stay updated and connected, but our desire to stay this way is also our downfall. With major brands creating a customer loyalty basis, it is also common to buy a brand as opposed to another product. The consumer's preferred brand may cost more than the nameless counterpart with the exact same specs, but when buying technology, you also buy into the brand's image. With over 7 billion people on Earth, each with their own individual unique style, many marketing companies employ influencers. People that are physically attractive and that we want to be like. These people wear these brands, through a hefty payout usually, and in doing so present an image to those who want to be like them. We want to be like them, so we buy the brand so we can look like them, at the very least. Without the latest technology, we feel left behind, like we're missing out on something only accessible through the shiny new bit of tech. Have you faced criticisms from other generations on how connected your generation is?
Absolutely. Like, you see it all the time. I've always got my parents, and my grandpa's the worst about it, always being like, you're so attached to your phone, and like, you can't even cross the road without looking at it. Always spending so much time on it. And like, whenever you go somewhere, you see like a bunch of people that are just looking at their phones, and you like feel sad, but then you understand that like your parents see that and look at it and go like, that's so wrong, like we didn't do that. Yeah, definitely feel the criticism.
Why have you decided to disconnect?
I, especially from the criticism, I felt it. My family is not like super heavy on technology as it is. But I found myself accidentally spending like a couple of hours just on my phone or on social media. I disconnected from Facebook, got rid of it. I still have it just for work purposes, but started to get sort of depressed or self-conscious, like from people putting on that fake persona online and showing everyone that it's amazing, but putting a lot of pressure on other people for keeping up. And I felt like I was just missing out on stuff. Like, I'd go out somewhere and be taking photos or be videoing or looking at my phone instead of actually enjoying it. So, yeah.
What is your opinion on the increased use of technology?
My opinion is that it does just become too addictive for some people. I think you find like younger kids just spend too much time on their phone, and and also I feel it affects their posture, because I often see kids like leaning over on phones, and before you know it, you've been on there for a few hours. It can be like a great pastime for some people, and to feeling kids doing something, but I just think it just becomes too much for them. It should be monitored more.
Do you feel confident using, say, a tablet or your mobile phone?
I do feel confident using a tablet, but probably not so much a mobile phone, no.
Why?
No, mobile phone is something new to me to use, so I still haven't mastered that with the confidence.
Digital divides. Some divides are not put in place to separate us. I have a friend that lives nearly 2,000 kilometres away from me. I can see her whenever I like through video chat, a form of technology that was not previously available to me. A divide can also be people switching off from the internet. It is completely up to them, but sometimes they feel that their fake persona that they put out online has gone too far.